On March 13th, due to the rising concerns of COVID-19, Cabrini University President Dr. Donald Taylor announced that campus would be closing on March 16th, forcing all students to vacate the premise, continue class online, and cancel all extracurricular activities, including Cabrini University's newest musical, Little Women.
I was devastated when the show was canceled. This was something I really, really look forward to, and during the whole school year. This kind of like keeps me going and helps keep my sanity amidst all the work and all the stress and everything. I know, like at the end of every school day, there's always going to be a rehearsal or a show that I can go to and just escape to.
On Wednesday, November 11th, Cabrini posted its cast for Little Women. 12 students were casted, and 4 were seniors. By December 31st, the coronavirus had begun to spread through China.
But it was sad. It was really hard. It's hard for, it's hard as a teacher and as a director to watch students work so hard on something and then know that it won't be, they won't get to perform it.
By January 21st, the coronavirus had arrived in the USA. On March 13th, President Trump declared national emergency.
I was more devastated for all my senior girls, especially Maddie, who's my cousin. This was her last show, her last time to shine, because she doesn't know when she'll have another chance to get back on the stage.
Like, I personally remember my senior year and having that closure of something that you invest all of your time in for 4 years. I mean, especially the 4 seniors that we had this year, Natalie, Emma, Maddie, and Kayla, they have been fully involved in theater since the fall of their freshman year. So it's been their life, for 4 years they've been on that stage. And as a senior, you always kind of think about your final show. I mean, you remember your last year spring, what it was like for the seniors to take like a final bow and they kind of move on. And I just felt sad that they won't get that experience.
Cabrini was one of 124,000 schools that was forced to close.
Actions of the senior girls were in tears. Sophomore girls like me were just devastated. I know my buddy Matt Santangelo, he was just upset. Like he was just quiet. We all, when we got to our final rehearsal, that final show we put on Instagram, we were all just quiet. It was just this eerie silence of, we thought bad news was coming. And when Kate told us that the show had to be canceled, it just felt like it was unreal.
On March 14th, the cast performed the show using Instagram Live.
The wind of that schools were going to start closing. At the time, a lot of the bigger schools had already closed, like Westchester and Temple. And I knew that was happening, and I thought, I didn't obviously tell the students yet, but then they started getting wind of schools closing. And I had sort of made a plan thinking that at the time we didn't know really what was going on as, scaled as it is now. I had thought that I would have been able to move the show somewhere else, like rent a theater, and then that obviously wasn't going to be an option either. So luckily I had found out the middle of the week that school was going to close, and I was allowed to keep them on campus on March 14th, and we had that last rehearsal scheduled.
They were only 4 weeks away from opening night.